This is ranch water roulette. So 5 of these are ranch waters and 1 of them isn't. And we're going to see what we get.
Okay.
See if we can figure out what's what before we take it out.
Pull it out.
Yeah, all of the above. Anyway, we'll start on my side, I suppose. And I didn't even get questions, yo. Hold on. You can have that.
All right.
First up, we don't have any idea.
We're just going to taste it and see what we got.
Uh-huh.
I'll outdrink all you bitches.
It smells limey.
We're making bets as to, not bets, but guesses as to what this is.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, our question is, what's the best spot in a home for hiding something?
I totally, just by the smell, I think that's going to be the Ranch-Rita.
There's a Ranch-Rita in here?
I think so.
Oh. This is a ranch water. And I'm going to say this is the original, actually. This is the original ranch water. Which is more of like, I guess, a lime. Or like an agave. But I think this is the original.
Agave is not bad. Aren't these like drinks, seltzer drinks that are mixed with actual alcohol?
Like tequila?
Or vodka or something?
It's not going to be vodka. I think there is a version. There's many ranch waters out there, but whether or not it's the name brand or not, I think that they do mix it with tequila, but I don't know that that's what we're drinking today.
Because this doesn't taste like a malt beverage. Very light lime, very light agave. Because it's so light, because it's so seltzerish, I'm going to go with a 5.
I was going to give it a 5 as well.
Okay.
It's not bad. Do we get to see what it is?
Shall we see what it is?
Yes, let's see what it is.
Maybe. If I can figure out how to get this thing out.
It's the original!
Rayburn was correct. That's the original ranch water.
I know it.
Hard seltzer. A taste of lime with a hint of agave nectar. It's 4%.
Oh my god, I'm a ranch water Rayman.
Well, I mean, I helped out a little bit.
A little bit. What's the best spot in a home for hiding something? And no, your bussy or your prison wallet is not a acceptable answer. I just love the word. I think the word's funny.
Clearly.
Bussy.
I mean, I can't really answer this question without giving away a hiding spot, right?
Give away a hiding spot.
I honestly feel like the place people are least likely to look is the attic, for whatever reason. Most of them, they're not like in the movies, where it's all decked out up there. Most attics are just insulation everywhere. And
yeah.
That's what I would think. You? Oh, God, you got a list?
The back of the toilet. Like where the water part is stored.
Okay. Godfather.
Yeah. Fireplaces are good too. And there was one more that I just had that I forgot. Oh, your junk drawer. Because you never fucking look in that thing. And who's checking the junk drawer?
Put it in there, you lose it.
I know. But at least other people won't be able to find it.
Alright, next up, let's see what we got.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. We don't know.
I mean, some of the can is sticking out.
A little bit.
That's why I felt like it. But.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to read what they say.
What's the question?
Koozies. I make beer disappear. What's your superpower? The question is, would you rather do away with the Senate or the House of Representatives?
So the hint of the can that was showing led me to think maybe this one is strictly lime. But
That's pickle. That's pickle.
That is pickle.
That's pickle and some sort of chili.
Yeah. Maybe just like ground black pepper.
Right. I was thinking like tahini.
It's actually a little sweeter than I was expecting.
It's not as spicy as what I was expecting.
More like pickle and chamoy or something.
Yeah.
Very, very light on the chamoy.
You know what's amazing to me? This shit is clear. That's, I think, the thing that is throwing me. That it's clear, but it is so pickly.
Yeah, the pickle scent is very strong and clear. The pickle taste, it's... After a while, it feels like you've got this strange spot between a cucumber and a pickle. And I find it a little off-putting.
It's kind of refreshing.
Kind of. I keep expecting heavy like vinegar and sour, and what I'm getting punched with is like sweet and fruit.
The smell of vinegar is strong, but the taste of it is actually not. And like Shane said, it definitely tastes like a cucumber with dill.
The seasoning?
Yeah, dill seasoning and like the chamoy.
Yeah.
Like a splash of chamoy on top of it. But it doesn't linger, and that's the thing that's surprising me the most is when you smell something like this, and it is such a strong, pungent flavor, you know exactly, or smell, not flavor, you know exactly what it is. It's that pickle. And then you taste it, and the intensity is not there. That's the thing that's throwing me.
I have to go with a 3 on that.
I'm actually going to give it a 4. And I don't normally give pickle things higher ratings than like you do.
The sweet factor's throwing me off. It actually comes close to like bread and butter pickle, but it'd be almost like bread and butter cucumber.
You have a lot more tolerance for that than I do. I don't like bread and butter pickles.
And I like the pickles. I don't want to drink the juice, if that makes sense. I would drink normal pickle juice. I don't want to drink bread and butter pickle juice, but I will eat the pickles. Let's make sure this is what we think it is.
If it's not pickle, I will leave. Okay.
Yeah.
It is. I thought it was.
Blue agave pickleback, 5%. Ranch Water Company, Texas company.
Pickleback.
It's made with cane sugar, seltzer water, and 100% blue agave. Ooh. Yeah, I think a certain person that really liked that flavor profile, this might be one of their favorite drinks. Very unique. Just, I find it off-putting. So,
I will drink this over the best made. I'll drink this over the best made.
oh, pickle juice. Pickle
The beer.
Gotcha. Well, you would be very alone in that.
I know, that's fine. Anyway, would you rather do away with the Senate or the House of Representatives?
Not gonna lie, I need to look at my phone and make sure I know the difference.
Can you also please let the audience know?
So yeah, the House of Representatives, they represent a portion of the state known as congressional districts. So there's more people in the House of Representatives, right? And then senators, they represent the entire state. So the Senate, anyone in the Senate is representing their entire state. So there are fewer of them. And yes, the Senate is the upper house. So the House of Representatives will pass a bill, goes to the Senate, and then goes to the presidential palace. Our king's palace to rule over our lives forever and ever.
House of Representatives or Senate?
I think I'd probably do away with the Senate. This is a tough one because you're kind of screwed either way. Actually, no. I'd do away with the House of Representatives.
You just said that.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, because I was thinking Senate.
Okay.
So
what are you thinking now? House of Representatives?
Right now I'm thinking, is there liquor in these?
I want to preface this by saying I don't know enough.
These are seltzers.
About our internal government and how it's structured to make an educated decision. I'm prefacing this way. I should do better about knowing more, but based off of what I do know, I would probably get rid of the House of Representatives only because as long as the states are being represented individually, which the Senate does do to an extent, it just has to go through that extra round of voting through the House of Representatives before it gets to Senate. And it sucks because a lot of things do die on the within the House of Representatives being voted on before they get to the Senate. Some things that I wish would make it past. Other things, it's fine. But I think I would get rid of the House of Representatives just because the states are still being represented. We're just getting rid of that extra step in the, I guess, would it be the judicial system?
This is a tough one.
It is a tough one. I don't know how to answer.
It's tough because you have a state like Wyoming that has next to no population by way of comparison to something like Texas or California or New York, right? Tons of people live there, and you're giving equal voice to Wyoming that you would give to the more heavily populated states. So it could be unfair if you get away with the if you did away with the House of Representatives, but I feel like the House is probably convoluted in the same way. Like they almost certainly had gerrymandered maps, or if certain states get an unfair number of representatives that probably has nothing to do with population.
Well, how many times do we run into an election where it's like, oh, this state has this many votes based off of the number of people that make up the population, and really in your head you're thinking, dude, should they have that many?
Yeah.
When like a state is so much bigger than them, shouldn't the bigger state have more representatives voting on said matter?
Yeah, I think a big problem with the way that people approach a lot of this is they look at land like it's
there ain't no land if you ain't got land.
It's better than people, right?
Yeah.
Like, we don't care how many people are in a given state. We look at, like, a big map and see a certain color, That shows us how we are one party versus the other, where it's...
That's not really true. If you think about Texas has a lot of Democratic representation, but the problem is we're not all... they're not all located in one centralized region enough for the votes to matter. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And maps are gerrymandered, and there's a lot of things, voter suppression and all that. But I think what we're getting at is this all sucks. The way we do things sucks. Personally, I'm going to lean on Rayburn's side because I suspect the House is somewhat convoluted in some way, however they manage it. I would prefer that each state had, singular representation because we are, a republic. So we are comprised of individual states. Let the states vote. And that's what, the president has come across his desk. Or her desk, hopefully, eventually. They's desk. Whatever we got. I don't care. I just want better than what we have.
Agreed. That much we can't agree on. Let's move on. All right. So, our next question. What would you do if you saw a mushroom cloud forming in the distance?
Oh, man.
Oh, I have a very honest answer for this.
I'm just trying
Because I've thought about it.
Trying to get to some Chinese food. All these serious questions. Taking my hiding spot, making me talk about government. Now we're talking about nuclear attack.
Makes good for great conversation. So Shane. Oh. Grapefruit.
Yeah, okay. I was struggling really hard to place that. I kept wanting to say strawberry, but it's
no, that's
way
totally
citrusy
grapefruit.
sour. Yeah, it's grapefruit. You are correct.
I am on a roll. Smells much stronger than it tastes. Much stronger. I'm not a huge fan of like the White Claw grapefruit, the Truly grapefruit. I think there's a Truly grapefruit. I'm not a huge fan of that grapefruit flavor, but this is not bad. It does not linger. Like I said, it smells strong at first. It's kind of potpourri, or like you walked into like a Bath and Body. There's like some sugar scrub, grapefruit sugar scrub that you're smelling. Sugar
scrub is good. I think what you said is pretty on point for all of that. The only thing I would differ with is I actually do want to taste more of the grapefruit. I want it to punch more. That hasn't been said. I'll give this a 6. I do like it. I think it's good.
I'll give it a 7. I actually really like it. I think I would drink this above all grapefruit things. Because I'm not a fan of that citrus and then like that sour, that super soury taste. Like people can just sit down with like a half a grapefruit and eat it. I'm definitely not one of those types of people. But this I will drink. So, yeah.
All right, well, let's make sure this is what we think it is. Definitely not Revolver.
Grapefruit! We should just preface this episode to be called the Rayburn's Right episode. And I wish I wouldn't have spit just then.
Jeez. You do get full of yourself toward the end of the night, don't you?
I do.
So to answer this question, what would you do? Since you've apparently thought about it.
I'd do this. First thing I would do.
Why?
Because that tells you how much danger you're in.
Oh. I see.
It's the fallout boy.
If it's bigger than your thumb?
If it's bigger than if you hold out your thumb, fully at arm's length, if it's bigger than your thumb, you're in trouble. You're within the blast radius. If it's smaller than your thumb, you're okay. That would be the first thing that I did. Because I would need to gauge whether or not to run. Or take shelter or do whatever. But that would be the first thing I did.
Your action, I guess in my head, assumes that it's the only one you're going to see. And also doesn't necessarily account for fallout and, possibility of nuclear winter and everything else. I think what I would do is hug my kids. So, maybe my wife. Maybe.
Well, I think regardless of how the distance that mushroom cloud would be, regardless of how far away or how close, you would still want to hug your kids.
I think the ultimate point, though, there is not really much of anywhere you're going to be able to go if you're in the danger zone. If you're not.
Well, you could be affected by... You could be in the blast radius without taking any sort of, I guess, physical damage. The farther away, obviously, the better you are. You could get knocked around by the fucking wind of the blast versus, like, actually being fucking obliterated and incinerated by the blast. Like, there's a big difference. That's the reason why I would hold up my thumb first is, like, what am I about to feel? And how do I prepare to feel it? If I'm going to be fucking incinerated, well, there's no fucking thing I can do. I don't have kids, so...
You drive to your school, your elementary school, you climb under the desk and duck and cover.
Yeah, okay. You know what? That worked for some people, I guess. Anyway, let's move on to this New Belgium fat tire. Just kidding. It's not. We still don't know what it is.
Not technically. I could guess at what it is. I'm going to guess it's a ranch water.
I'm going to guess I know what it is, too. I'm not going to guess now, though. But I know what it is. Are fake sweeteners unhealthy? Oh,
yes, let's have this conversation. Perfect time.
Oh, boy.
Not when this is coming out, because that will be the future.
The future. Shane, if I died suddenly, would you still air these episodes of me?
Yeah.
Aww.
I'm going to anyway.
You're going to profit off of me in my death.
I'm not profiting off of anything. I'm spending money to do this.
You could.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do this that I never make back in any way.
Oh, you're talking about the alcohol. I know.
And the recording equipment.
That's true.
And the time that I'm not investing in writing new books and all that sort of thing.
But we're having a great time, right?
We are. It smells salty.
It's spicy. It's the spicy one.
Oh, it's in my nose. Yeah, I was thinking lime, like they hit it, but...
Wait.
Yeah. Little gentle pepper there.
Mm.
Little chili pepper there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think it's chili pepper, but it is a gentle type of pepper.
I think it's like a chili. Maybe this is tahini. Tahini's got a little bit more chili, right?
Is there a tahini?
Yes, there's a tahini. There's chamoy and tahini. Tahini is the powder.
I mean, in the lineup, was there a tahini?
No, but there's a spicy ranch water, and this is most definitely it.
I have tahini in the spice rack in there if you want to try it. Such a puss.
Yeah. Mm. You know what, sir? I just got through watching, what's her face? Jennifer Lawrence's Hot Ones episode. If you've never seen it, the bomb murdered her.
Yeah.
And you know what? I lived through that. So I'm not a puss.
I would watch that.
She starts crying.
Primarily because it's Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. She's promoting her new movie where she seduces a young 20-year-old because his parents are paying her to.
Did you read the question? Yeah, you read the question. Oh my God. I hate to do this. I'm going to give it a 4. I normally like spicy things. This one just doesn't do anything for me. I don't like the base drink. So to throw just that little spice note in there, I'd find it forgettable.
Yeah, 2. Bad.
Wow.
It's just 1 less than you. But bad.
That's 2 less. Math girl.
And you did 4?
Yes.
Oh.
So let's see if we were right. Yep, spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Lime and jalapeno.
Lime and jalapeno.
So.
Jalapeno. Are fake sweeteners unhealthy?
I was thinking lime. Why don't you go first?
I think with anything, everything's okay in moderation. I personally would probably... I don't mind using the fake sweeteners. I just don't like to use a lot of it, which the same could be said for like pure cane sugar. I don't need a whole lot of that either. But if I had to choose pure cane sugar over the unhealthy sweeteners, pure cane sugar.
Nope.
Unhealthy sweeteners. But I'm not opposed to using either. I use both, actually.
complete opposite for me. So the aspartame primary sweetener that we use, fake sweeteners in general, some of the most tested things in food, primarily because people keep trying to say how unhealthy they are. So just like with trying to prove ghosts exist, you know, one of the most studied things, or, you know, a soul leaving the body, like these things, there's not really been much of anything there that's tested in the affirmative of the hypothesis. The few studies that have come out, they've been dismissed because of bad controls, or they couldn't be repeated in other labs. Like, there is a certain amount of politics that goes on in certain scientific circles, but they're not applicable worldwide. Anyway, sugar in general, actual sugar, we know wreaks havoc on the body. It eventually causes diabetes. We know that. There's no...
That's why I said in moderation.
Yeah. What we're talking about is healthiness, right? Like, you could drink a fuck ton of fake sweeteners and you should be better off than if you were drinking sugar or consuming sugar. Is it healthy to have a bunch of fake sweetener? No, it seems like the answer there is no.
And it's not healthy to have a bunch of pure cane sugar either.
Yeah, but these are like one is
worse than the other.
Yeah, one is methamphetamine, right? If we're comparing it to drugs, sugar is methamphetamine. A fake sweetener is marijuana, so far as we can tell. Like, one is really hurting you. The other doesn't appear to be doing much of anything. There's a big thing happening in Europe right now where they're classifying aspartame differently than they have before. Which, if you go and you read about the classifications and what they mean, you'll quickly realize that it doesn't really mean much of anything at this point. And if you look at the list of possible carcinogens, you'll also find that coffee is on that list, that red meat is on that list. Those are actually way, way more likely to be carcinogens than aspartame or fake sweeteners. Stepping off of my stool. Fake sweeteners won't give you diabetes. That's what I know.
I think
Scientifically sound.
I think you and I can both agree that both options are better than high fructose corn syrup.
It's sugar.
I know, but that additive shit is not great.
It's delivery. So, usually the harder your body has to work to break something down, the better off you are. That's the problem with high fructose corn syrup, is your body has to do next to nothing to metabolize it. Pure cane sugar is probably a little better than that. But it's still sugar. The fact that they put pure and cane on it doesn't change the fact that it's sugar.
I'll tell you what, I use them fake unhealthy sweeteners in my coffee every morning. And you know what? That shit is delicious. So that's why I said I use both. Typical American.
That doesn't...
How long should you wait after a major breakup before entering into another relationship? Good God.
This doesn't smell or look like a ranch water.
Maybe because it's not. There's one mystery one in here, right? I'm going to bet that this one's it.
Yeah. I'm thinking beer. It smells weedy, like wheat.
Did you just get that John Mayer album?
No, I just got the one above it.
What is that?
Copeland's Revolving Doors. Finally came in the mail. Spectacular. We missed Blink 182 this week, by the way.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, this is definitely a beer. I think it's an ale. It smells like wheat.
I've been listening to their Neighborhood albums this week.
Ooh. That's salty and limey, or I didn't wash my glass. Something.
No, it's salty and limey. It reminds me of those, you remember those lime salt bottles that you could get right by the register?
God.
At some gas stations?
Yeah, Lucas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy, and tasted it again. It was even more pungent. The sour is not stacking well on top of the spice.
I agree.
In my stomach. I've been reading a little more, by the way. The House of Representatives allocates seats by population, while the Senate is composed of 2 members from each state. So I think I would change my answer
To the Senate?
Yeah, I'd get rid of the Senate, because I like the notion of...
You want more representation in each state.
Representative democracy. The more individuals are represented, the better.
And you do that based on population.
Population. Okay. I mean, there's still a lot of ways they can get that wrong, and I'm sure they do, but...
Are you kidding me? Of course I do.
It's also worth thinking about the fact that, I mean, the Senate might if the roles were reversed, but the House passes bills, you know.
That is
and then
true.
the Senate shoots them down.
They get final vote.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They don't. Maybe they do. I don't fucking.
So we both don't know.
I'm a government lightweight. If you can't tell, I just try to avoid it as much as possible because I got kind of turned off in the last 2 decades of my life.
Sorry about that. Yeah, whatever this is not laying well on top of this because I'm about to get heartburn. 30 and heartburn. 30 years old and heartburn.
Man. I want to like whatever this is because it's beer among a bunch of seltzer ranch waters. Which, I mean, seltzers I don't mind too much anyway. And the ranch water is just some blue agave in it. So... But I don't care for whatever this beer is. I would call it a 4. I'm kind of maybe leaning a 3, but I'd say 4.
Okay. I was actually going to give it a 5. I didn't think it was that bad, but again, not anything super memorable. Or at least even spark discussion.
Yeah, salty, and there's maybe some coriander notes there. Should be nice, but the sour just kind of takes away from it for me.
This is the St. Arnold Margarita inspired Hideaway. Salt, lime, and good vibes.
It's 5% ABV. Margarita inspired, huh?
Inspired.
It's St. Arnold, so you don't get much. So how long?
Okay, how long do we consider a major breakup? Like, how long is the relationship? Because...
That you walked away from?
I'm thinking in terms of my longest relationship, which is 17 years.
I think it's really the depth of your feelings. So, I mean, even if you dated somebody for a week, but you thought that was your soulmate, you know, and you were...
In love with them?
Head over heels, yeah.
Okay. At least 6 months. I probably would take that long to get over being in love with someone and being in a good place in order to start dating again.
Yeah.
Fucking other people, that's something different.
Do it the same day.
You're
fuck all the people the same day.
You're meeting a need that has nothing to do with necessarily emotions other than sadness at that point. Like, if you fuck somebody, you're trying to meet your physical need more than your emotional need. If you're wanting to start...
What do you know about a breakup and fucking somebody?
I can imagine. When it comes to dating someone, I don't think that I would mentally be ready until like 6 months after. At least. That's just me. To try again in that same way, I think it would take me that long.
This is tough because I think you can pretty instantaneously have feelings for somebody else. I've experienced that anyway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to take the other person into account and make sure that you're in a good spot. And sometimes even though you're doing it for them, they don't realize you're doing it for them and they won't hang around. And that's kind of a sign that you're putting this person on a pedestal and maybe you shouldn't. I'll cut it in half. I'll say 3 months. We'll split the difference. I do think 6 months is good.
I figured yours would be a little bit shorter than mine. Not saying anything about like, oh, you don't care. You're a hound dog or whatever.
Yeah.
Horn dog, whatever. No, I just think that for me personally, fucking someone and actively seeking out another relationship or getting involved with somebody else and committing in that same sort of way, it would be like at least 6 months. But I would probably take much longer after my 17-year relationship to get over that emotionally. But to each his own.
Yeah.
There's no right way or wrong way of doing it. Nobody should tell you how to heal when it comes to being in a major breakup.
The key is just to not believe in major breakups. I mean, that's where I'm at. I don't believe in breakups. So I've never really genuinely broken up with anybody. We're all still together, you know? Come see me. How you doing? I'll love you. Even the people I ain't seen and had a chance to maybe break up, if I believed in breakups, we're all together. How you doing?
You gotta get a knock on the door to say.
Being a dumbass.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna come knocking on my door.
You never know.
Yeah, I do.
Alright. Oh god, I just got this thing all wet. Sorry about it. Sorry, Bud Light. I know you're going through a lot right now, but here's a little bit more.
The stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Anyway. Hey, I made the joke.
You did.
Look at us. We're relevant.
I mean, we're already having stupid political conversations.
What's one more? All right. Have you ever thought that you might be insane? Have you ever thought that you might be insane? I need to know your system. Why are there H's on these questions?
Let me see. I cut up. All 6 of these come from a certain page. And so when I go to cut out the little squares, I write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H for different pages. So that if the cup falls and I have to sort these back together, all the H's came from the same page. Feel me?
I feel you.
Now, in the future, if we ever get to book 2 and continue the show, then we'll just bring the fucking book and read from the book.
This video gets 50 likes.
Oh, you are a dreamer.
This video
and says
gets
the person
50
who just
likes.
said he never broke up with anyone. We're all still together. I know you love and miss me. I don't know why you haven't come home in such a long time, but
distance makes the heart grow fonder, Shane. I have a feeling I know what this is. And I have a feeling this is my favorite ranch water.
Weakens importance.
Weakens importance?
Mm-hmm.
That it's my favorite?
No, distance weakens importance.
Yeah.
I think I wrote that as a teenager, but I stand by it. I don't think it makes the heart grow fonder. You go to jail day by day, you're less important. So. What is this? Just blue agave?
I think this is Berkeley pear.
Yep, when you're right, you're right. I still think they kicked some lime into it.
Ravens, right episode.
I think they kicked some lime into it.
I think they kicked lime in all of them.
I didn't hide a bunch of beers or a bunch of...
Taste of lime. Taste of lime. These don't count.
Aww.
These don't
Was
count.
Rayburn not right?
These don't count. They're not the same brand. But what I'm saying is with these, with the ranch water, they all have hints of lime. It's fresh.
Just telling you, I picked it up. And I did not hide 6 drinks thinking ranch water roulette to call this Rayburn's right.
Dun, 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 dun. Like The Price is Right, but Rayburn's right. Remember, get your cat spayed or neutered.
I give it a 5.
I was actually going to give it a 6. This is probably my favorite ranch water. Probably.
Is it? Let me see it.
Let's see. God. I was wrong. It's the margarita style. It's actually one that I haven't tried before.
That makes a little more sense. Because it feels...
With agave nectar
limey,
and
salty.
a taste of lime. Are they still on brand? No, same brand. Ranch-Rita. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
It's alright.
I don't like the spice one. I don't. I won't do it. Don't make me do it.
I mean, the only one I really would think about drinking in its entirety is this one.
Mm-hmm.
Of everything at the table.
But will you mix all of them?
I'm not in that place tonight. I apologize.
Have you ever thought that you might be insane?
Yep. The only time I ever felt like that was after becoming a parent. Like sometimes when I'll be falling asleep, I think because I worry so much about, initially just about Taylor, but now about Taylor and Jenny both, like, I'd be falling asleep and have like this deranged moment of like, how easy would it be for someone to just grab the kid by the head and, you know what I mean? Like something's going through your head, especially when they're like sleeping with you, you know? It's like, how fragile is this thing? Like in your head, these scenarios are playing out as you're falling asleep, and you worry about like losing control of your limbs or having like some dream where you don't recognize that it's the baby with you, or somebody comes in the middle of the night and tries to touch your foot or something by mistake and you kick them in the face way too hard. Like all these things. Like,
is this like a MASH situation? Like I wanted the chicken to just be quiet, and really she smothered her own baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I have these concerns, right? Like in a state of drowsiness, like I'm going to hurt my kids or something, and it made me feel insane. Because if you're falling asleep having these things, it's like this vivid fear response that just like you don't recognize yourself. Like you're gonna wake up in the morning and be like,
What did I do?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Shame. You're not gonna hurt your kids.
I'm aware of that, but
you need not worry. Your love for them is entirely too much.
I've just never heard anyone talk about that sort of response or that thing happening to parents, and I experienced it.
100%. I mean, I'm not a parent, But from what I know, more parents are not more open and honest about the insecurities about parenthood. And they should be, because I think that it makes for someone like me, who doesn't have children, because really I get told parenthood is the most wonderful, beautiful thing, blah, 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 and I have no doubt that it is. But I also need to know that it is okay to be like, after you get in it, you're like, I'm a shit parent. I have self-doubt. I'm not the best parent, and that's okay, as long as my children are okay. And being able to talk about the insecurities as a parent is so important to me as someone that doesn't have kids, because it makes me feel like everything's going to be okay if I don't feel the way that everyone says I should feel, you know? Like, I think that is extremely important, and I think that it is your love for your children is the ultimate reason why you sit up and you're like, what if I hurt this kid? Because in your mind, that is the most terrible thing that could ever happen to you.
Yeah.
And that comes from a place of love.
Insecurities, depression, like all of those are things, but atop that is also, like, a kid is going to push you more than anything in life ever has. That's just the reality. Whether they're waking you up in the middle of the night and you're in a state that is not at all awake, you wake up like in some fit of rage sort of thing, or you think about like the most violent you've ever felt in your life, like your kids are going to make you feel that way, and you have to know how to respond. And like understanding that those things are coming, I feel like that would have been a big help. Luckily, I had, a few violent experiences in my youth, which really moved me away from that response. Like when I had that severe fight or flight thing, the fight just subdues for the most part, and it becomes, empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's empathy. I try to flip that and have the reverse reaction. So, it doesn't always work. Sometimes you get mad, you scream, you yell,
mm-hmm.
whatever. Even now when, like, I don't hit my kids, once, twice in their lives. Like, they get that one or two.
I don't even think
pop on the hand.
Like when people ask me, who do you know that spanks their children? Like, you and your wife don't spank your kids. Not really. Like, I think y'all use more of the sit and time out sort of
it's
corrective punishment.
It's harder,
they call it. Oh, I know. And it takes a lot of repetitive movements, because there's nothing stopping the kid from getting up and leaving, and you have to bring him back or whatever.
And it was effective. When people had 12 kids, they, smacked them around so they more quickly understood a fear response, a pain response, what happens if I do dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, kids these days don't understand, like, more and more, it's taking kids longer and longer, which that's the way it should be. That's the way humans evolved. We're not cows. We don't come out and in a few hours we're walking. That's purposeful. That's so our brains can be as big as they are. I'd rather it would be that it was hard to get my kid to understand something at the young age that they are, than to be overbearing, threatening them with violence, making them feel insecure,
fearful.
Yeah, I don't want that existence for my kids. I had some of that. I don't want that for my kids.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it doesn't make them weaker in the long run. It puts them in a place where they are better equipped to be empathetic to the world, and
kind of helps them self-regulate too.
Yeah,
because you can put yourself in timeout. Even as an adult, how many times do we have to just walk away from things and be like, that is us putting ourselves in timeout. That is that is us self-regulating. Now, I'm not saying that, corrective punishment such as spanking or anything. I know that every family has what works best for them, or what they think works best for them. There's nothing wrong with, I guess, what works best for you, but when it comes to like you and your wife and seeing, because we were very involved with you guys before kids. And then obviously we're still involved with you guys after. And having you guys be honest about the struggles of parenthood on top of how much of a blessing you guys are, you know, obviously parenthood is. You love your kids and they're wonderful kids. And that's not me repeating something that you guys have said. That's me telling you how bright and happy and beautiful and healthy your children are.
Where are you going with this?
I like being around your kids, but also knowing that with healthy children and normal children comes with struggle, makes me feel better. If I ever decide to have kids, I know that if I struggle, that's okay. That doesn't mean that I'm a bad parent. It just means that that's a part of parenthood.
Yeah, I used to see kids throw fits in public, you know, and I would think, why don't these parents...
I took a long way to get there, but I got there. I tried to get there.
I see.
I just wanted you to know.
I didn't notice you got there.
Because I feel that because you have children...
Continue my thought, never.
No, shut up. Because you have children, I think that you always think that you're burdening me with my very non-child life. Okay, good. Because I always feel like you think that your kids are a problem for me, and they're not.
No, my kids are a problem for me. They're a problem I want to have, though. I chose to have it. I'm happy with having it. But, again, your viewpoint changes. Like, I used to wonder... Like, I'm sure people, you know, you see a kid throwing a fit in public and think, you know, if you're part of the past generation, like, well, that wouldn't happen because we just get smacked around, you know? Sure.
I want somebody to call CPS. CPS! Somebody come get my kids! Thanks, Dad.
If you just look at the studies, there are reasons to not be violent to your children. They have no chance against you. You know, that's not fair. Plus, they're not developed. You're not helping the situation. I don't like the threatening violence. Even the screaming, I've started to understand, can be a form of, like it is violence in a way. And it is teaching them to behave in that manner. Like there's a reason why human beings are not as peaceable as we could be. And it's because we have generation upon generation of this, you know, handed down violence response to one another.
Can I ask you a question?
I've talked way too much here.
No, you haven't.
Yep.
Can I ask you a question though? By not raising your voice, now I do think it can be a bit excessive, but by not raising your voice to your children, are you teaching them to be more sensitive to people that will quickly raise their voice and then be caught off guard as far as like, I'm not used to this.
It definitely works that way. In my experience, that's all my time on phones tells me, yeah, the majority of people, you can catch them off guard just by being empathetic. When they're pissed off, when they're in a really bad mood, all they want is someone to be understanding. Most of them. Unless they're just, you know, looking to exploit you for whatever reason. But I don't know where I'm going with any of this.
I still haven't answered the question.
Kids deserve better, I think. So, but that's why I thought I was insane.
Have you ever thought that you might be insane? Yes. Sometimes the level of worrying that I do and the level of shit that I care about that I honestly should not care as much about.
Can't confirm.
I'm like, am I a fucking crazy person? Because I feel like only a crazy person would waste this much time thinking about how they affect other people. Their actions affect other people. and how they think other people are reacting towards them.
I think this ranch water episode hit us pretty hard, huh?
These are some hard-hitting questions.
We get to the end and, wow. Thanks for tuning in if you were here, I guess, right?
Tune into our podcast, Rated Radio, to hear us listen to talking more bullshit.
Listen to talk more bullshit.
Talk more bullshit.
What are you talking about?
Listen to us talk more bullshit about two artists that we put up against each other every month. We also have a top list and a Billboard Hot 100 Billboard Top 100 song that we talk about as well. You can find Rated Radio, the Rated Radio podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. If you like us, because that's our show.
So, you're already on YouTube. We also put the podcast on YouTube, so feel free to search Rated Radio.
And follow us on all social platforms to be kept up to date on what's going on with us and who we will be covering next.
So, I'm sure you don't want us to keep the combo going, but help us do that by sharing the video. We'll see you next time for another round at
The Banter Bar.
Farewell, Beer Snobs. Or
Beer Snobettes.
Ranch Water Snobs.
I'll just leave you a little sip in case you want to go back.
I appreciate the sip. I think I could drink quite a bit of this.
I just want to see how it feels in my mouth.
I guess we'll see you next time.
On the Banter Bar.
Ranch Water. Which is...
Farewell, good people.